Okay. Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh. No Taco Tuesday for me. I went down to the restaurant and they don't give you the Taco Tuesday, but it's to go. And I said, what the heck is that? I've been coming in here for 17 years. They never told me that before. And I didn't want to be away from home because I had two items coming in from Amazon. Here's one for the regular channel. Here's one for the membership. This is a gift for Kathy. She will be here tomorrow. So I went to Subway and got two meatball sandwiches, some cookies. She loves the cookies. Sun chips and Lay's. Sun chips for me, Lay's for her, and a cup of water that spilled over the card. And the black homeless guy is now wandering the balconies. Called the cops on him. And the maniac was walking down the sidewalk, coming toward me as I was going down the street, but he didn't, coming up the street, but he didn't bother me. Okay, Kathy has been crying. She has no Macintosh. She's so bored. She's got a TV with like a million channels. She can watch YouTube, but she's bored. So I can't figure that out. She has the lowest threshold of boredom of anybody I've ever seen. So this is refurbished. I will get a little swivel stand for it later. And I'll have to go up to her house and set it up because she's not capable of doing that, even if I tell her over the phone. So let me open this up. And refurbished is usually just as good as new. Just as good as good. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Okay, for those who've not seen an Echo show before, here's the box. There's definitely an unboxing, and the other one's got a box, and we actually do unboxing. Now, I'm not going to connect it, because I want to do that when I go to her house. So it has a screen, has a camera, it has a privacy filter for the camera. You can turn the camera off, volume buttons, the connector for the power supply, and this one has a connector for the speakers. The new ones don't. You can do a speaker. And then they tell you all this stuff in English, like the old Apple things. You'd buy an old Mac, it would give you all kinds of languages. Echo Show, and they give you a little, I don't do Spanish though. They give you a little instruction manual here that may or may not have pictures. There we go. Set up your Echo Show 5, if you can see that. And so I will do that, and probably Monday. Since Friday's my birthday, and there's cardboard in here, and you have the power brick, the charger, and that's it. So this was $40. The little stand's like $20, I think. So getting that's a swivel stand. But now, when I get mine, I'm going to get an 8. I'd like to get a 10, but it's like $250. I've got to put it back in the box. And that way, she calls me on the phone. My Android phone cuts off on its own. Dials phone calls on its own. Disconnects calls. It does weird stuff. So what I will do is go set this up, and then when I get mine, she can call me on a video call. If I'm sleeping or something, I'll put the do not, there's a thing you can put do not disturb. Then we can talk to each other, and she won't be so bored because she can see her beloved, and I can see her, and I miss her, and all that. So, all right, put that back in the bag. And so that's little I can do to help her from being so bored. There's the sun chips, and I got cookies, and I bought one barbecue potato chip for her. I can't eat this anymore. I eat sun chips, and oatmeal raisins and chocolate chip cookies for a little bite. I would have gone to Target. I'd never get this stuff stolen. Here I am doing a video at 7:30. Nobody's here. For months, what are you gonna do a video? 6:30, 7:30. I love your videos. Go figure. So I don't know. So I cleaned the living room up today a lot, so I can now sit here behind the camera instead of on the bed. And when I get done with this video, I will take a shower and go have another nap. Did another rack of dishes, and I need to sweep and mop the kitchen. Probably have to change the mop heads. I haven't done that yet. She's up in Kathy's here because she can see small print better than I can. So there's a pickled cucumber. There's my meatball sandwich cut in half. I just found out it's hard to chew cucumbers. Hello, Basil. Welcome. And no appetit. I don't have to forgo cucumbers unless I cut them up. Okay. So, that's my dinner. I got 2 sandwiches. So, let me see if that gets that out of the way. Let me throw that up. There. Alright. So I have nothing planned for the night other than watching YouTube and cleaning up the kitchen and taking a shower. First, for Public Bank, billions of dollars are leaving it like rats from a sinking ship. The market went down today because UPS reported terrible earnings. I saw one video, they said that planes are sitting on the ground because there's nothing to ship. And there was another video where Amazon insider employee said, we're parking our cars in it was an Amazon distribution center, and they're giving us make work and sending us home because there's nothing to ship. Nobody's buying. So this is why I firmly believe that we are in a recession and the economy is far worse. And if First Republic goes, that will drag down more banks. And Royal Bank of Canada is one of the companies that owns their a lot of their stock. So another bite. And I agree with the ninja economist that oh, good word. Hold on. The cucumber didn't go down well. It's time to get rid of the cucumber. No more cucumbers for George unless I cut them up real small. I got stuck in that pickle. Much weird. Cucumbers are made out of pickles. I can chew a pickle. And I think they've been lying to us when Silicon Valley Bank died, Signature Bank died, and a third bank, I can't remember the name. Oh, the banking sector is fine. There's no problem. Just like the guy in Animal House. Stay calm, they run them over and turn them into a pancake, the panicking crowd. or the guy in the Mysterians movie or the old Godzilla movies who would tell people quickly, but there is no danger. As Godzilla is, or the giant robot is proceeding to stomp the hell out of people and destroy Tokyo. Yeah, they take pickles, they marinate them in a jug, and they seal it, and you put them in the dark, and you put brine in there and salt, and you let it cure for so many days or weeks in your ice box or a cool dark place. And when you're done, and it forms a, I think, no, that's sauerkraut. Anyway, sauerkraut, you do that, but you have to have it in a cool, dark place. It forms a mold on the top. You scrape off the mold. At least that's how um, my brother-in-law's father used to make them. But he used to make cucumbers too. But you can make cucumbers in a mason jar, or a crock with a lid. But it's made out of pickles. So, and I've eaten those for years, but with no upper teeth, I can't chew them. So anyway, I think the banking crisis is gonna go further. Credit cards are maxed out. Defaults are the all-time high. Capital One stopped lending to car dealers because nobody's buying cars. And I heard a figure. The one company was USA Auto. They had dealerships all over the country. They shut down all their dealerships because they couldn't get financing for having thousands of cars. But they had a predatory loan in that they had cars valued at over 100% of their value and were charging outrageous interest rates and they were gearing toward the poor and subprime credit market. And the average cost of a car payment now is $750 a month minimum. So it's we're living on a credit economy with nothing backing it up, no money, and then they're still dithering about we're going to have a debt ceiling vote. Nothing's happening with that, as far as last I heard. All right, lamp. This thing gets in the way. So I fear for the people on the lower rungs of economics, like me and Kathy, and people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, RB, retired workers, retired government workers, and BlackRock will not let you take out money out of their pension, out of their funds. Only so much money they're allowed to remove. And the head of BlackRock just sold $29 million of their stock. So, cane foo, yes. I would say fooey to the cane. I wish I didn't have it. No word from the scooter. I'll call on the scooter. I will call them again tomorrow because tomorrow is well over a month. And this keyboard keeps coming off the iPad case, so I'm going to deal with that tonight. And I cleaned the living room floor. I really cleaned it. I still have a little bit under the table and then clear off the camera table. But yeah, if I were 25, I would have gotten really angry at the guy and beat the living hell out of. That's how I was when I was younger. And put up any crap. Unless they have a gun, in which case cane food does not apply. They got a gun, they can have the whole mishpaka, the whole place, everything. Here, take my wallet, just don't shoot me. But got robbed 3 times on graveyard at gunpoint. Why don't work graveyard anymore? So anyway, now they sit down and turn all the fans off. I come in here, it's roasting now. It's comfortable with the door open. Oh, I was going out the elevator to go downstairs to feed Mama Cat and Kitten. They're moving out furniture for my lady. I don't know if she died or moved upstairs, but one thing that was in her apartment was a piano. And I go, oh my God, and where do you fit a piano in there? But mosquitoes were trying to get in the elevator. I tried to kill one. We got a ton of mosquitoes here because of all the rain and the creek behind us. So, where is everybody? I'm here. Oh, 3 more days to my birthday. And I turned 71. And Biden announced he's running for president again. And Trump and other folks said that his whole speech is so full of inaccuracies, it's not funny. I'm wondering where's Tucker Carlson going to go? I, among others, like Tucker Carlson. But I'm really glad I vacuumed the floor after the video I did. I don't know. She tends to not give me stuff for my birthday, which has always hurt my feelings, and then she goes and wants me to get her stuff for her birthday. But she's always had a weird idea that the man's supposed to buy a woman everything and bankrupt himself, and the woman's supposed to buy the man nothing. So, I don't know where she got that weird idea. But it's very strange behavior. I threw out 4 boxes. I don't need any more. And stuffed both trash cans, one under the table. I don't have to ever crawl under the table, or I'll have to crawl under the table and get the taco box that fell out on the floor to make tacos. I haven't had the meat yet. I'll make tacos again. I love tacos. And let's see. Oh, that's got pills in it. I may as well take my cholesterol pill. I gotta ask my doctor, do I still have cholesterol, or do I need to keep taking these forever? One thing that annoys me with this, I lost a lot of weight where they start giving me these calcium tablets, and you're not allowed to eat grapefruit. And I lost 20 pounds eating grapefruits. It does something to your liver if you take the pill. So, and so far I've gotten nothing on my birthday from any of my subscribers or fans. No, I can't do that. Anyway, I'm 13,580 something subscribers now, so getting about 50,000 views a month. So it went from 13,000 to 13 and a half. And very happy about that. So tomorrow Kathy will be here. She'll do a live video. And then I will go finally to Target, get my haul done. And then Thursday I'll go to Walnut Creek. I'll probably do that. Yeah, I'll do that Thursday. Go to Walnut Creek, talk to the Bank of America manager. And then, oh God, I'm gonna have to go to credit union tomorrow. And then when Kathy gets done, and then go to the credit union, and then Thursday go to Target and the Bank of America manager. Try to get my money. There's Fluffy. I gave him antibiotics. He's still sneezing. I don't know what he's got. I think he's got allergies or something. Some plant or something. So and that's it. I picked a lot of stuff off the floor. I threw it out. I put what needs to be put in little boxes. Straighten things out. Now that I can get to the printer table, I can take the stuff off the printer table and actually work on connecting my wireless printer to my computer. I have the software downloaded or uploaded or whatever you call it. And then I got to figure out which card. I got 4 cartridges for it. I had 2 that were in it for like 2 years. I have two new ones, but they don't. There's no way that I can tell which ones are Canon and which ones aren't. Now that's interesting. Oh, that's the way it's shining. The Satachi dock and the Silicon M1 Mac Mini, if I move a certain way, there's two lights on them. If I move my body a certain way, it makes it look through the wire cage of the thing on my computer table. It makes it look like they're blinking. So that's not blinking. So I have, and then next week I'll go to Kathy's to help her move her oven. She had a fire. I think her toaster burned up, and she wants to see how much stuff is behind the oven, behind the toaster. I did a lot of stuff in the kitchen, and I got to clear off the whole kitchen counter, and then I scrubbed the dish rack. Scrubbed the dish rack base thing. I scrubbed the whole left side of the kitchen sink last night, and now I got to take the coffee maker off. I did the Dutch oven. I did the giant glass pan. It's in the oven. I did the giant bowls. I use salad use for eating salad or popcorn. So those will go back on top of the microwave in their spot. Then I got to clear up the whole kitchen counter, clean it, and no, he went down the street just now, so I'm not going to mess with him. I mean, as long as he doesn't bother me, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know what his problem was, but I don't want to have to deal. And the police, I called them about the guy that comes here and sleeps here, and he's wandering up and down the balconies, and they're too busy to deal with it right now. So they're not going to come out anyway. And it's still light out. No sundown yet. I am a live and let kind of guy, let live kind of guy. I don't bother people. I don't get out of my way to make them angry at me. I don't understand people who do. And even if the deranged people, I don't know deep down what their problem is other than their brains are destroyed. If he messes with me again, this time though, I saw him in broad daylight. I didn't take a picture of him. That probably would have set him off. But one day I'll get a picture of him and go over to talk to the police in person. This is the guy that tried to attack me, and you need to be aware of him. They already know. They know all the crazies and all the weird people. I don't want to get demonetized. There's a story about an Uber driver who got killed, and that's horrible. Fox News had that. So, Uber Eats driver, and the guy who killed him looked like a Charlie Manson devotee. Horrible tattoos all over him. So that was scary. I wouldn't drive Uber or Lyft or delivery services. Now the people deliver, they're fine, but picking up passengers, you don't know. There was a woman in Pittsburgh, PA. She was a mother of 6, and she picked some guy up with Uber, and he shot and killed her. Stole the money, left her to die. So terrible stuff. That's on YouTube too. I don't know if they ever caught the guy or not. Oh, locally, there's a story I like. The Pittsburgh, California police arrested 17 members of a shoplifting gang that were stealing from Walmart, Target, Macy's, about 8 different stores, and they had Sears plastic bags. I don't know where they got the Sears with their product, and what they were doing is selling them out of their house to people. And they had all bagged up, waiting for delivery to their customers, quote unquote. So they got arrested. No, no scooter news. I haven't called them today because I was busy. I spent 2 hours cleaning the living room floor because when I got COVID and then got sick about a month ago, no energy. I got a spurt of energy and I even vacuumed. A lot of paperwork and dust and spilled cat food from the cat feeding bag, but the floor, except for under my computer table, is clean. The carpet's very dirty, and I'm gonna have to. I had to cut part of the carpet out because it got absolutely soaked, and then shampooing did not help. When I move out or die, they'll replace the carpet and the tiles in here. They do with everybody. I've had bad dreams after COVID. You get nightmares, and I didn't have nightmares. I have nightmares. I have a nightmare today while I fell asleep briefly this morning and had a nightmare. It was very scary. I don't like nightmares. What do you come up with these questions, Godeep? You come up with the weirdest stuff. But I'm really glad that this ring that these rings they were stealing stuff in stores in San Francisco as well. Organized ring, organized crime ring. And why would you ask about bad dreams? I don't get it. I'm trying to be happy and you're being a downer. Yeah, well, don't bring up nightmares again. Stop. I don't need to be reminded of my nightmares. Because one of the side effects of COVID, you get nightmares. What is exited? Oh, it must be excited. No, it's not a reasonable question. Kathy tells me she has horrible nightmares. She doesn't even reminded of it, neither do I. Nightmares are horrifying. You want to forget them, not bring them up again. Sorry. Oh, okay. Well, I've had them. Before COVID, for years, I had nightmares I was being killed. I had nightmares after I got robbed at gunpoint where the guy put the gun in my stomach and started to pull the trigger that I was being shot by not only robbers, but aliens with ray guns and everything else. So that took years for it to stop. Okay. Sorry you had a nightmare. But I don't want to think about mine because I woke up screaming at times and drenched in sweat and scared to death. Yeah, well, I don't think there are any dream police. And some claim we're in a dream, we're in a virtual world, we're in a, what is that thing, Matrix and all that. I don't believe that stuff, um, but when I was 10, my dad came home, was drunk, beat me with the electric coffee cord, knocked me in a bathtub of boiling water. I lost 80% of the blood in my body. My mother came home. They took me in the ambulance to Walter Reed Army Hospital, pronounced me dead. I had nightmares for 40 years. I spent a year in the hospital. So I'm trying not to. Anyway, all right, let's move on to something more pleasant. Although I can't think of anything right now. I just came on to doing the unboxing and tell you what I've been doing. So my big goal to have this place, I'm going to pay down my bills, call up the storage place, get a van and take stuff to storage and get the giant pile of laundry out of the hallway. I found on the floor, I picked all the empty bags up. I now have 4 gigantic bags of empty bags, which means I don't have to worry about shopping bags when I go to the store. But I always forget them for frozen fruit, and I use them to throw out the cat litter, and to sift the cat litter. So they're sitting on top of the giant pile of laundry. So I'm going to try to get $60 in quarters Friday and do the regular laundry. There's much to be done. There's a box. and then take what I can downstairs, and then the rest I'm going to have Kathy come over. We're going to walk to the laundromat and drag it in our carts. Get it all washed and take Uber home. Then I can put it away and I'm done with laundry. There won't be any more laundry to do. And then the area will be clean. Then I can start cleaning the bookcase off, dust it off, and vacuum the floor. And I want to get I can't find my carpet knife. There's a very dirty piece of carpet rim that I bought years ago. It needs to be taken out of here. So I don't think that's going to help them in India. It's cheap. I don't know, but I looked into it a year ago before COVID and the lockdown and all that stuff, or 2 years, whatever the lockdown was. I did a series of videos when I had to go to San Francisco during the lockdown to get tested for COVID, because I was supposed to get my colonoscopy, which I got arranged because I really think it should be done. The bar cars were empty. Market Street was empty. It looked really weird to see Market Street empty. Now it's empty because we had the pandemic and there's no stores open. It's under $100 a month. Kathy's paying $169 for a double storage, and we're going to rent a truck when we go to where she has the storage, and see what can be gotten rid of. There are a bunch of my computer magazines and cat magazines up there, but they're still cheaper than anywhere else in the whole Bay Area. I'm not going to tell you where it is. I got to keep my secrets. But she has bookcases she'll never use, and if I ever move out of here, I'm going to probably put those in storage because they're very expensive and I want them. So I didn't know they had Dream Police in India. That's interesting. But I think my Dream Police were at lunch or off for the day. And you got to deal with traumatic dreams and being a victim of PTSD on your own. Because it's in your head. Yep, climate control. I talked to them. They're very nice. However, a certain Patty had driven me up there, and she didn't want to do it. I would have a storage space, but I would have trouble paying for it until now. And I'll be lopping down the credit payments on Friday. Paying my cards off, paying my credit accounts off. I should have everything paid off by, let's say, March, and then I have to get the coin loans out. Got to pay $30 to the coin dealer for only 1 month. That amazed me. That's the cheapest I've ever paid. So, I don't know if it's indoor or outdoor. I don't care. I'm putting boxes of stuff and, just trying to get all the clutter out of here. And I tore up 4 boxes today, including 2 big ones in the bedroom. And I want to get to where I can move around the bedroom. I don't have stuff in the hallway, except my golden rack. I haven't shown you guys that. And where I store the pressure cooker that may or may not be ever work again, the Dutch oven, the glass pan, and then on top I have a smoothie maker. I don't need therapy for. I went through a psychiatrist, and after my father died for a year, because I thought I was responsible, and I wasn't. But I was in Los Angeles when he died in San Francisco, and I was unable to leave the facilities of the Los Angeles County Jail, so the trolls have said I killed my father. There'll be no electronics. There will be books and paperwork and whatever. So, and I've stored electronics. They don't get hurt. I've stored Macintoshes and those things. So I don't. Well, therapy did nothing for me. They put me on chloral hydrate and did nothing. It's a Mickey. You give people a Mickey pin. That's chloral hydrate. Did nothing to stop me being depressed. Then I realized when I got done after an hour, this did nothing. I'm sitting there talking to a guy for an hour, and if I get depressed, I get depressed. So I have to work it out on my own. Kathy gets depressed, then who does he come to? Dr. George. And I said, why are you depressed? I'm lonely. Part of her depression is she can't go out because she can't have to ride the bus. We get a car again, she'll be less depressed because going on the bus is a pain in the ass. And Patty won't answer the phone. I have nowhere to talk to, I have nowhere to go out with. Well, neither do I, but I don't worry about it. I talk to people online. I call a few people on the phone. Stop. Drop, shoot, stop. I said no. Therapy doesn't work for me. You leave it alone. So stop. My mother is a trained psychiatric nurse. Except she didn't apply her training to me because she had no empathy for me. But traditional therapy has done nothing for me. I worked it on my own, and I don't get depressed very often. I get waves of depression in my head sometimes, and I say, what the hell is that? And I just take a deep breath and move on. Oh, okay, that's it. You do one more. No, I can cope just fine. It's all the crap I got to deal with that drives me crazy. Going down to feed my cats and getting attacked. Today, the trolls, I got 8 troll comments. You stole the guy's quarters, give them back. I didn't steal any quarters, there were no quarters. I made a joke with a friend of mine online. I said, if there had been quarters and if I had stolen them, I would be doing laundry with them. Kathy gets depressed because there's nothing to watch on TV. Kathy gets depressed because she's bored. Kathy gets depressed because she has no Macintosh. She has no car. She can't go out. She has no girlfriends. You know, it's like Santa's wish list. I unscroll it, and there's a list of Kathy's reason why she's depressed. Now, that was my mother. She was a trained psychiatric nurse, but for her son, she had no empathy. And everybody else, she criticized our entire family. She criticized her own mother in Germany. Aunts, uncles, nephews, cousins, nieces, you name it. Or grandnieces, actually, grandnephews. My sister, my brother-in-law, my nephew, my nieces. They were in the family, they were targets. My sister didn't talk to my mother for 5 years. She kept telling her how to raise her kids and how to live her life. My sister was tired of it. My sister escaped when I was 6. She moved out. My sister and I get along just fine. There's no problems with us. We talked about it on the phone, about my life, and she said, I love you and don't worry about it. So I don't. I just miss the hell out of her because I haven't seen her in 20 or 30 years. Next year, I go to Pittsburgh. By then, I'll have a GoPro, Wi-Fi and cellular. I'll have to take my bar, Gold Press Platinum, to get a hotel room. And sadly, my nephew will be dead probably by then. He got leukemia from tearing out asbestos in the walls of the place he worked at. They didn't. I'm going to go to Pennsylvania. I'm not going to move. I would like to. My sister, about that half sister, said, I'm your sister, period. So I agree with her. Because there's nowhere for her to stay here. And I haven't seen my nieces and nephews. I haven't seen Pittsburgh since 1968. My nephew says you wouldn't recognize. I have a grandnephew that I love dearly. He's brilliant. He finished high school 2 years early. He's gone to a major college. He's an absolute genius. I love him. And I haven't seen my city. I want to go back home. No, there's nowhere to. My sister came out here. My nieces came out here to visit. My niece and her husband and her wonderful son came out to visit. You don't understand. I have a need to go to the homeland, the motherland, the fatherland. And I have relatives there on the other side of the family. My father said that may or may not still be alive. I don't want to pay. I don't want to have them come out. It's $500 to fly to Pittsburgh. Well, I have a plan. I go to Pittsburgh. I get something to do in another city, and I maybe will go on the way back to Minneapolis to visit my two friends there. And then go home, and then when I'm done recovering financially from that, I will take Kathy to Las Vegas. I'm not going to stay in an air mattress on the floor. There's no room in here. No. Pittsburgh is where I was born and where I was raised for some years, and all my roots. My father's family has been in Pittsburgh for 300 years. I long to go back. I'd like to go see a Pirates game. I'd like to go see a Steelers game. Fire Mike Tomlin. Thank you. But I want to see the city. I want to go. Maybe I'll go to Kennywood if they're open. Well, I'll put it on a credit card. I'm not going to pay cash, that's for sure. And then I have to get that real ID crap, which I think is ridiculous. Do I look like I just swam across a Rio Grande, or I'm a terrorist? I'm a Pittsburgh terrorist. I'll hit you with a Permati sandwich over the head. I've never had a Permati sandwich. I'll go to Permati's. I was too young to have Iron City beer. I've never had an Iron City beer. I'll go to the oyster house and have some fried oysters and an Iron City beer. When the coin, once I pay everything off, the coin loans will be paid. Everything will be paid off by next year. Everything. I won't owe a dime to anybody. As for the spraying, I got to go up and see him. She keeps telling me I'm so far along. I don't believe it when I see it. I'm not going to ride somebody's truck. I'm going to fly there. Don't be ridiculous. I'm comfortable enough when I take the bus. My back hurts, my knees hurt, my fingers, my feet, my toes because of the Pfizer vaccine causing side effects. I'll have to carry my ice packs and hope I have somewhere I can put stuff in a freezer, or pay the guy in the kitchen $20 to put it in the freezer overnight. If I need it, they can bring it upstairs to the bellman. Yeah, well, this is Kathy. If it were my house, I would have charged it, and they would have sprayed this whole place. The cats would have gone out, and there wouldn't be any roaches. But I don't have roaches. And she told me on the phone the other night that she has bombed 5 times. They go away for a while, they come back. That's why I'm convinced they're coming from somebody else's apartment. Yeah, I'm paying her back this weekend. Not everything she loaned me, but I'm paying her back. And it's really none of your business. Oh, this guy's a troll. All right, getting rid of it. No, $40,000? No. Goodbye, troll. And using my picture as icon. Which is terrible. It's really none of anybody's business what I pay for, what I do. I'm paying for it. And once everything's paid, Kathy starts getting $300 a month. The trolls created a video saying Kathy's Roach Farm. So I know about my credit. I have a 586 credit score. COVID and Bank of America overdrawing me. 2 cards got canceled. I build it back up because I'm making more than a minimum payment. I'm paying my credit debt off, and by the end of the year, I'll have 1 credit debt left, not counting the coin loans. So I did a video where I didn't see it on the iPhone or the iPad, and well, Mr. Tico Tony, hello, he blamed it on you. He said you were the one supposed to fund everything and come up here and take me. They did a terrible video, Kathy's Roach Farm, attacking Kathy. Look, before the trolls tried to get evicted 2 years ago, I had a 650 credit score. I had to take loans out that I couldn't afford to get stuff moved out of here because they harassed my apartment manager, her manager, and director of housing. My score went down considerably because I could not pay my cards. I lost some credit cards. I built it back up. Then COVID and Bank of America overdrawn me. I couldn't make payments for months because they stole all my money. So, and I have no connection to Casey Kasem. That is the imposter video. So don't bring that up in this channel again. There's an imposter of the guy from Pittsburgh that does horrible videos. A book I wrote is stolen. He plans to sell it on Audible, or so he claims in a video. And Casey Kasem was a disc jockey and radio host back east on America's Top 40. He died. I've had no connection with him. I know what 850 is, Matt. Look, I'm not going to dig him out. I got books on credit in here, about 25 of them. So I know about credit and financing. But 650 is better than 4. God damn it, I can't say it. 490, 480. I build it back up. I'm building it back up more. I get Experian, Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, all saying you're building up because I'm paying down my debt. There's a bill here from Stoneberry. I owe them $109. That'll be paid off in 2 months. No, I don't need $725. I just got a new credit card. All right? You know what you're talking about. What do I need to do? I'm not going to get a car. I'm not buying a house immediately. And I got someone in Las Vegas, so I want to go to Vegas. Talked to my real estate agent. She said, we'll find you financing to get yourself a house and an apartment building. And if our economy collapses, houses and apartment buildings will be a dime a dozen because nobody will be able to afford them. All right, here's another troll. Another troll. None of your business how much I pay Kathy. And it's not quarters, I pay her in cash, you troll. And it's none of your business what I pay her. She lent me some money a couple months ago and said, pay it back you can, and then hurt my feelings when she wanted it right away. So I said, I will be... No, I've not wanted... I never heard of Callum Hammer. And that USA auto dealer was selling people to subprime. They were selling cars to subprime people and charging 150% of the value of the car. And I think the total payment on the average car was $18,000 for people that really couldn't afford it. We've always paid cash for cars. So, thank you, J-Bob. Welcome. These trolls attack me. They're not the one paying the bills. I'd never met, there are people who do videos, they never mention their personal life. That was a mistake I did when I started this channel. I never thought anybody would attack me for what I do in my life. Because I don't attack other people except jag-off trolls. I shouldn't be attacked. I'm not doing anything wrong. I can say one thing. I've been buying lotto tickets for years, and they're down to 20 and 30 million, so I'm not going to get super rich off the lotto. Saw that when I went to Safeway. There's a reason the fringe and the flag is gold. I don't remember what it is, so I'm not going to. We have a problem with we spend too much money in this country on things we don't need to spend it on. Like foreign aid, like statues to retiring congressmen, and other things. We have 31 or 32 or 33 trillion dollars in debt that will never be paid off. What we really need to do is congressional term limits, make sure that no congressman or woman can work in any kind of capacity as an advisor to a company. In other words, they can't be a lobbyist, they can't be on the board. You send them home, you give them their pension, you give them their medical benefits, and they're out of the picture. We're good. 2 terms for a senator, 2 terms for a congressman, and that's hasta la vista. And then that would cure a lot of the corruption we see, where Nancy Pelosi and others make hundreds of millions of dollars from insider information they get in closed committees. And that's wrong. They should be charged. It's illegal to do that. They get away with it because nobody does anything about it. Well, you know what? I was behind on my credit cards because of B of A and my credit accounts in COVID. A couple of them got closed. I'm current on every credit account I've got, and I'm paying them down. So quit nagging me. And I don't spend frivolously unless I go out and buy dinner. I spend for the things I need. I don't have the cash, and then the next month I make a payment. I always make more than the minimum payment and more than the interest. I just got a bill from Capital One. Your payment is $25. They'll get $40. But I'm not charging them a Capital One card. I'm charging on 2 cards I have because I'm trying to stockpile stuff in your cat litter, cat food, dish soap, laundry soap, paper towels, toilet paper, soap, shaving cream, razors. I have enough cat food now to feed the cats for 2 months. I have 120 or 160 pounds of cat litter in the bathroom in bins. So, no, it's sitting right here. I just moved it. Ah! Well, that was, I don't know what the hell, the sun just fell down. It's here. SOS. Troll detected. Trolls detected. Send help. Alright, it's right here. I'm not going to turn it on. Every time I turn it on, somebody complains it's too bright and they have epilepsy or hurts your eyes or some other crap. I just moved it because I was using it to look for something. So it's here. But I got all my bills here, and they'll be paid on Friday. Even the ones that did an agreement with a COVID thing, because I had COVID, they want $10 a month. I'm giving them $40 because I owe them $600 and $700, and I don't want to take forever to pay them off. But I'll be able to keep the cards, and they won't be canceled. Why would I want to buy a 30-year-old radio from Sea Crane? I can go buy a Sea Crane radio on eBay or buy one from Sea Crane. The food bank, I don't know where my birth certificate is. I put it in an envelope. I put it in the original envelope that it came in, 2 birth certificates. When a video, because the trolls said I wasn't born in Pittsburgh, and now I can't remember where it is. It's somewhere in a drawer, or it might be in boxes at Kathy's. They're in her storage closet. I'm going to have to go up there and go through it. And they required to have a birth certificate, which was kind of stupid. And the churches that gave out food, one no longer gives out food, the other one gives out food, but they told me about the other day when I talked about the crazy person being in their backyard. So, and Meals on Wheels cut my food off because my freezer didn't work right. And they, well, you don't have a working freezer. It works. It doesn't keep things very cold all the time, but it freezes some things. It won't freeze other things. And one reason I'm cleaning up the living room, get help to get somebody, if I have to hire somebody to move this bed, and we get the refrigerator here, and then I'll get a chest freezer. I have boxes in Kathy's apartment, so we had to move them out of here when the trolls tried to get me evicted. And I have not gone up there to go through them because I don't have a car. I want to get those in storage too and see what's in there. We just piled stuff. Get it out of here so the place is cleaner. I have somewhere. There it is. Oh, I can't reach it without killing my arm. Oh, there goes that. Everything falls down because there's not enough shelf space for it. My toys. I have Bob Lazar's book. It's a terrible book. He tells nothing about his life before Area 51. And the late Stanton Freeman, who I knew and corresponded with, said that Bob Lazar was a fraud. I tend to believe there's evidence that Bob Lazar actually worked for the government and all that. Excuse me, I've done everything that freezer. It won't freeze certain things, it will freeze others, and it makes weird noises at night. It's got to go. The refrigerator's been here for 17 years. And it won't keep stuff except water and Snapple cold in the bottom. So I have to eat stuff right away if I cook. That's why I get TV dinners, because I can eat those right away, and within 3 or 4 days they won't go bad. I need to move that thing out. Get a chest freezer, the mini refrigerator. The only issue with that, it keeps everything cold. The freezer has enough ice on it for Antarctica. I got to unplug it one day and put a big pan underneath it and defrost it. Well, I've never done that because I don't want to flood. I don't want my neighbor pounding on the ceiling and calling housing that I flooded her apartment. Because there was enough ice. I don't know anything about the internals other than looking in the back of a refrigerator for the motor when I moved a refrigerator. And so I just wanted out of here. It doesn't work right. And the handles of the door are broken when it broke off my hand, and the shelves broke off. It's falling apart. I don't want to fix a refrigerator that's not working properly. No, towels ain't gonna cut it. I've done that with a defrosting refrigerator in the past in a different apartment, and you got to put pans under the freezer and have a mop and just stand there and make sure nothing floods the guy below you. They don't soak up enough if the whole thing starts to. If I unplug it and it's not done for 10 hours, it's gonna leak stuff out of the refrigerator. Well, I don't trust it, okay? It's a defective, it's a broken down refrigerator freezer. I want it out of here. I can buy a chest freezer for $250, and then I don't have the issue anymore because the bulk of my food, other than lettuce and tomatoes and cheese and the occasional milk for cereal and butter, can go in there. I don't need a refrigerator. I need a working freezer to keep my frozen food cold and things that I cook. I don't know about the Freon leak. I don't want it replaced. It draws power. It draws more power than the chest freezer will. It's a 17. When you have a 17-year-old car that leaked refrigerant or transmission fluid or oil and you couldn't fix it, no, you get rid of it. I want to get rid of it. I know it's their responsibility, but I don't want to do it till I can move this bed and have the area cleared so they can get the refrigerator out at the same time I bring the chest freezer in. I'm not ready to do that yet. I'll muddle through until I have the money to buy a chest freezer with cash, call up one of my catalog companies, send me the chest freezer. Then I got to make an appointment. How they don't come the same day. I got to call them up and make an appointment to take the refrigerator out of here. And I got to have a free path to them to get the refrigerator out, which means I have to move this giant bed, take all the bedding off and all of that. I don't want a new refrigerator, so stop it. The next person who says that gets banned. Stop nagging me about it. This is my house, and what I do is what I want to do, not what you want me to do. You don't tell me what to do. I don't want another refrigerator. I have a mini refrigerator. Patty offered me a second one that worked. I don't know where the hell I'd put it. And if I take the giant refrigerator out of here, I could get the chest freezer and put a table and put a mini refrigerator in the same spot. And then I wouldn't need the giant refrigerator. It takes up room. Things fall behind it. Dirt gets behind it. Dust. Dishes that fall off the dish drainer. I don't want a big giant refrigerator. It draws too much power. I got to pay the electric bill. You don't. Stop. Time out. I don't want them to bring me a refrigerator. Now I'm going to put that and type it. Maybe you guys can't hear me. I do not want. No, I should do that in caps. The dog. Dog barking. The TV I'm looking at, it's a 2014 Sony Bravia. $9 a year. I haven't looked lately at new refrigerators at Best Buy. The cheapest one with a freezer I saw was $695. I don't need a refrigerator freezer. I've already talked to housing about it, so quit nagging me about it. And everything's moved all the hallway. When I have to get someone to lift this giant bed frame up, so when they come here, I have to hire someone, or take the bed frame outside. I have no idea. I'll have to research it. It's not a priority item until I'm ready to do it. But I'm talking about space. I can get a mini fridge, put it next to the chest freezer in the same space as the refrigerator, not have all the dirt and dust and things falling behind it. I could easily put them on a cart with wheels and move them out, or a table. And then I don't have this giant and every time I go by the kitchen, I can't leave the kitchen because the door takes up the whole space between the kitchen counter on one side, the kitchen counter on the other side. Yeah, but I'm already looking at an 8K TV set after I pay off all my bills. I want an 8K because I can see it. I have issues with my eyes. I don't want to go 4K. I want to go 8K. No, it's just the way they designed the kitchen counter on one side. The door almost hits the kitchen. It has hit the kitchen counter at times. I don't want the big goddamn door in here. Why want to buy a house? If I can buy a house, I have a big roomy kitchen with a middle section counter to do all the cooking or all the preparing, and a refrigerator freezer that I don't have to worry about. That I would put the chest freezer, the mini freezer somewhere else. Probably have the big refrigerator in my video room, so I don't have to get up and get drinks and ice. There is some AK content. I went it for the visual thing. I'm visually impaired because of my cataract surgery, and I can't see small print. 3 minutes. But you're not paying for the stuff. You're not having. I've already talked to people at housing. I've talked to the maintenance guy. They said basically, let us know when you're ready to do it. I'm not. They've asked me that. I'm not ready yet. I got to get the place cleaned up because I had COVID. I got to get the laundry out of here. They can't move a refrigerator with that pile of laundry. But they'll get Kathy to help me. If I have to, I'll hire someone to come over and take me to the laundromat. No, I'm going to Las Vegas after I go to Pittsburgh to talk to my real estate agent to get financing first to buy an apartment building. So I have extra income if the economy doesn't entirely collapse. And then to buy a house. And then get Kathy a small house. Well, you know, I've looked at, there's a guy, the something installer on YouTube, and he has these gigantic televisions. So some of them are $10,000. The one I'm looking at is a Sony OLED. I don't know what they call it. It's about $2,000. And I'll just pay cash for it. But the only problem is in here it's too big. It's 75 inches. No, it's not behind the human eye perception. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Oakland, Shenley High School, among others. Kennywood's not open maybe because the district attorney wants to put security measures because they had people shooting people and stuff. Pittsburgh Pirates, Steelers, Pitt. I went to Pitt under the Gifted Students Program. Born in McGee Hospital. Kathy lives in Pittsburgh, California. I am the real, authentic guy from Pittsburgh, not my evil imposter that YouTube refuses to remove, even though they have impersonation rules. I'll deal with that next year, too, as well. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know if it is or not. I don't care. Okay? It helps me see text better. And look, there are movies I have and movies Kathy has. And when she had a Sony Bravia that died, no, I'm from Pittsburgh. If I move, I'm going to move out of the area. I may move to Vegas and move to somewhere else. With a real estate agent I know, we've talked on the phone. She likes Kathy. She likes me. I don't want to tell people where I'm going to move. I may not move to Las Vegas. I may move somewhere else, but she's going to get me financing wherever I decide to move to. So I can have income, more income than SSI. I get $1,130 a month. Move out of here. Move into a not cramped place, but somewhere with some room. I just wish I'd thought about it 45 years ago when I met Kathy. I'd be a rich man today. Uh-oh. Open channel D. Hold on. Tried calling you earlier. You didn't answer. The maniac that tried to attack me walked down the street. I'm live on my channel right now. So let me call you later. All right, bye. That was Kathy. Well, she thinks like everywhere, everything's boring. Las Vegas is one of the busiest cities in the world. There's all kinds of stuff you can do there. Not like when I was a teenager, where there was nothing you could do there except go to the 7-Eleven for a Slurpee at Baskin Robbins. I used to go to the used bookstore and buy mystery novels and science fiction. Then I'd walk down to the Showboat and watch ABC Championship Bowling on Saturdays live. No, that was Kathy. It was my girlfriend. My favorite show of all time on television is The Man from Uncle, and I haven't figured out how to put up my iPhone, but my ring now is the Uncle communicator sound, and you can't sleep through that. Yeah, well, Pittsburgh, my relatives say you wouldn't recognize it. It's being taken over by University of Pittsburgh Medical Center in Pitt. They've torn down out. They've taken a lot of old Victorians in Oakland and turned them into dormitories and frat houses and all that. No, I'm tired of living 15 miles away from my girlfriend, and never seeing her. Okay, I went through that once before, and I didn't like it. She don't like it. She misses me. And without a Patty around, there's nowhere to go out with her. But I can't talk girl talk to her. She wants a girl to go out with, and I don't know anybody. She's old and I'm old. No matter about common ground. Don't give me that stuff either. I'm gonna say you're gonna move or I'm gonna move so we can be together. I'm tired of being not near you and never seeing you. And if you move in a new place, it's not going to have roaches. It's not going to have, you're going to keep it clean. She's promised me if she gets a house, she'll keep it clean. We shall see. I can own an occupied apartment building and live in there. I can own an occupied house and rent a second house out. Yeah. Don't know any birding on them. Nope. Yeah, my relatives told me, and I read magazines from Pittsburgh online and a lot of websites, so I know what's happening in Pittsburgh. I never heard of that one. I love Peeler Cellars, but that's one I must have missed somewhere. So, hold on. Uh, well, then that's not the movie's name, Bernie Nummum. It's the party. I know the party. I've never seen it. I'm aware of it. Okay, J Bob, drop me an email. We'll talk. I went to Pitt. I used to watch football at Pitt. I'm not going to get into that, and we normally don't allow sexual comments in here. I'll let it go because but don't do that. So, but at 16, I was in the gifted students program at Pitt for a year. I attended and studied at Pittsburgh Playhouse in their young actors program. Janet Leigh appeared at the Pittsburgh Playhouse. We got to meet years later, and she really liked me. So I don't want to see Bertie Newman. Why you? Who cares? I don't care. Thank you for bringing it up, but I'm not sure who Kenny Pickett is. I haven't kept up in the NFL this year. Last year with COVID, I didn't think about the NFL. I was sick as a dog. The first year in years, I hadn't done my football picks, I think, or anything. So, but I root for my Steelers, the Pens, and my poor Pirates. I haven't even looked at the baseball standings. Okay, well that's fine, but it's not something I've watched, so you can tell the rest of the people. I have no interest in it. I got a lot of movies I haven't seen yet, and my taste are. I watched all the Pink Panther movies and the Alan Arkin movie and the horrible After He Died movie they did. So, oh, cool. Okay, I haven't gotten. It's on the list of things to do. An Iron City beer ad with Pitt on it. I had COVID last year. It scared the hell out of me. I thought I was gonna die. I hope. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. They've had one winning season in what, 23 years. So I root my Pirates though. I love Go Bucks. Not Tampa Bay Buccaneers either. Arrgh. Have you never seen a great video they did in about 2015 where they had these pirate ships and they were destroying the Dodgers and ships and all that? It's a great animated video. It's live people, but it's just absolutely great. Um, Honus Wagner's statue and the great Roberto Clemente come to life, and they do two of those, I think. It's fun. I haven't been to the Pirate Stadium. I want to go see baseball. Baseball. Baseball has been really good to me. So, and I attended a lot of games. There's Forbes Field things I want to get for my walls, and I went to a lot of Forbes Field games. And somewhere in many alternate timelines, I became a catcher for the Washington Senators. I was scouted. I was young, but they said, when you get old enough, come see us. We'll sign you to a contract. I was a catcher in Little League. I was a good catcher, but I got scared of the ball. I took the mask off because I had glasses on. And my hero was Bo Burden, the only guy in baseball I can remember that had glasses on. Other than Roberto Clemente and Dick Rote and Mazeroski and oh my God, name began with an H. You got Harvey Haddix. Oh boy, did I have to dig that out of my brain. That hurt. My 1960s Pirates had beat the hated Yankees. I like to watch the bug cricket. They're cute. Kathy thinks they're cute too. I've never watched a cricket match. I don't understand cricket. I've watched things in movies on cricket, and I don't know what they're doing. It's, English, Indian, Australian, maybe. I don't know. Canadian. I don't know who plays cricket. I know the English do. They're the United Kingdom. But what they do, I have no idea. So, yeah. So, never been. They were building Three Rivers when we were leaving town. So, and Civic Arena had the Penguins at first, and they tore it down. So, watched them build it. I don't know. Do you use croquet mallets? Do you what? I don't know what you do with cricket. I have no idea. Now I have to actually. You're gonna make me watch cricket, but I had no interest in watching cricket. And of course, there's always some English kind of. That's not cricket. When he says it doesn't approve of something. No, I don't know any Pittsburgh butcher. I'm getting very close to getting rid of you because you're getting annoying. You're too weird. I don't watch horror movies. I don't watch movies about people killing somebody. So stop. I'm going to remove that comment. In the University of Pittsburgh Law School, when they take over the world, I will have Forbes Field rebuilt as a playing field for local schools or kids. The home plate is there in their lobby. And my friend Top Cat got COVID in Boston. He has recovered. Not candy. It's a bag of Sun Chips. Ow! My elbow. My elbow is hurting for some reason. 2 bags of Sun Chips for me and a bag of Blaze potato chips for Kathy. And cookies. No candy. I'm saving the cookies for the morning. I give the rest of the cookies to Kathy. I'll keep 2 out for me, and I dip them in my coffee. I milk them, I have them. So, Kathy watches Predator and horror movies and hack and slash films, and I I don't want nightmares. I'm not gonna read, but I don't watch it because he doesn't really attack my trolls. Okay, you're out of here. Goodbye. Bye bye, Drop Snoop. I've had enough, people. For everybody's information, I woke up November 5th at midnight, Plumpy lying on top of me, little girl cat lying next to me. I had the electric blanket underneath me and on top of me. I woke up freezing and vomiting and throwing up mucus and mucus draining out of my nose and my coming back up my lungs. I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air, and I have asthma. Monday morning, I called the ambulance. They took me to John Muir emergency room and told me I had COVID and gave me antibodies. I wasn't hospitalized. Patty came and took me home. That was somebody who drove by. People love to drive down the street with their speakers blaring at full blast. I've never understood imposing your music on somebody else. But in any event, I had COVID. I wasn't hospitalized. They said self-quarantine yourself. They said 10 days. I quarantined myself for about 12. The only thing I did at night, I had to go feed the kitties because they would have starved to death. No, not crazy bad. People walk up and down the street day and night. Some of them are crazy. Most of them are normal people. Some of them yell. Don't understand yelling back and forth to people all the time. When you're right next to them, they yell. It's weird to me. But I went to the John Muir Hospital in Walnut Creek in an ambulance at I don't remember exactly, 5 in the morning. I didn't bring my iPad and my iPhone because I was sick of the dog. And they put the swab up my nose, came back. The doctor came back 5 minutes and said, "You got COVID." And I said the S word. OS. You've got to be kidding me. I had 9 negative tests in a row, and I got COVID. And they injected me with antibodies in my hand, and I was well. But you can get COVID again. No, I'm fine. Nobody needs 911. There's nobody out there that has a problem that I know. I'm not going to get up and go look. If someone starts yelling, the cops are busy tonight. I don't know. Now, when I was a kid, when we were playing street baseball or street soccer or kick the can or whatever, you yell at kids when you're other kids. At least we did back in Pittsburgh on Joe Hammer Square, where we used to live. And my parents would yell and fight with each other. I don't like yelling at people. I don't like losing my temper either. That's why I hate it when people come in there and give me crap or stop commenting on things I've told them to stop commenting on. Or imply that if I didn't go to the hospital, I didn't have COVID. I have the paperwork, people. I kept it. And if I hadn't kept it, I can still go to John Muir. They can go in the archives and print it out for me. And my doctor knows I have COVID because John Muir and UCSF share information. I don't know. I didn't ask. We do have crime and other emergencies here in Martinez. It's 36,000 people roughly, but there's crime here. And there's also heart attacks and auto accidents and burglaries and robberies and whatever. So must have been. What the hell is that? That was weird. Some weird buzzing. There it goes again. Oh, I'm going to get a look at this one. This chair is not exactly conducive to me getting up. Hold on. Oh, that could be somebody's starter not working right. That's a starter noise when it makes that weird noise. Hold on. When your starter goes bad, it makes that clanging noise or buzzing noise. Hello, Mama Cat. Mama Cat is at the door. It was Mama Cat in her car. He's so cute. No, that was no, it's not a public nuisance. Why would you say that? I'm putting you in a timeout, too. Stop it. You nuisance my ass. Quit making rude comments about me and where I live. I have nothing to do with other people's actions except my own. Mama Cat. What's the matter, Mama Cat? Squeak, squeak, little Mama Cat. Oh, I gave you crunchies the other night, and cat food, you threw it up last night. Oh, okay. Hello, Tidy Cats. Yeah. I've been on here for God knows how long. Hour? I don't know. I can't see it. Hour and 28 minutes. You'd think with my birthday approaching, by the way, I would get super chat donations or PayPal, and you can donate to PayPal for the cats. And of course, join the channel for $3.99 or $6.99 a month, where you see content nowhere else. And once I go, that's Mama Cat squeaking. She wants food. Even though she can walk in the kitchen and get all the dry food she wants wet food. Or she wants to go under the bed. I move the kitty bed. It's all nice and straightened out. It's right underneath my hand here. And she can lie down in the kitty bed. All she wants. What happened to the blanket on the kitty bed? Someone's been on the kitty bed. Move the blanket. She loves the blanket. So, well, I haven't seen any PayPal donations in months. So if you're not supporting it there, that's for sure. And I've not seen a lot of super chat donations either. I will be on Friday on my birthday when I get home. All right, let me get up. I will give Mama Cat. I hope you didn't throw up last. I'm not going to give. Excuse me. I'm not going to give her crunchies because she threw it up and I had to clean it up this morning. And I will give her a thing of Sheila. She got fed at 6 o'clock. I haven't fed my cats yet. love my cats too. Yes, Mama. I hear you squeaking. Hold on. Fluffy, I will feed you when I'm done with the broadcast, which may be soon. And little girls looking at me like, food, food. Yes, Mama. All right. Here you go. She's so cute. I would love to hug her and kiss her one day, but she won't let me. I tried once. She clawed the hell out of me. I'm going to have to go soon anyway. My nose is starting to run because the door's open. I love my kitties too. I don't say you, I'm saying everybody comes in the chat and never donates. Yeah, well, dorms are terrible about that sort of thing. I think people in dorms had fish. Some dorms had birds when I went to visit friends at Cal, Berkeley. They didn't allow cats, though. Some dorms will now, but it's a rarity. But that was 50 years ago or more. I don't know what to do. I haven't been to a dorm, inside a dorm in years. And I don't think I could stand a room that small. So, all right, I'm going to go because my cats are, well, Fluffy is, I think, sleeping, but little girl is going, poo poo. That's terrible. I guess they're worried about the fish tank breaking. I have a Mac Cube aquarium I haven't set up because I'm waiting to buy a Mac Cube. It's on my list next year to get a Mac Cube. So I can play my older Mac games and get a 2007 or 8 or 9 Mac Mini so I can play my older Mac games. Well, they can get it. This is owned by the county, so this building, so it'd be a little hard to get a declaration of a public nuisance. And the noise here is people driving by, people talking, people yelling occasionally, dogs that live in the building, dogs that don't live in the building. This street goes downtown to the main street of the city, and it's a major walkway for people. There's a park across the street that people take their kids and their babies to. It's a major conduit for people. People walk here, people run, people jog, they ride bicycles. They're up and down my street day and night. So, I don't know what that noise was. All right, I'm going to go. Have a great night. This is George Sender, the guy from Pittsburgh. Stay safe, stay cool, stay dry, or stay wet. Enjoy your evening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for coming in. Whoops. What was